My name is Alex. I have an Instagram and YouTube Love Sugar Show. So I want to thank you for joining the show today.
All right, thank you for having me.
So the first question I ask anyone that I ever interview is, how's everything going? Not just in your music life, but also personal life too.
Um, Busy. Uh, my personal life is also music, so I drive tour buses for musicians. So I'm basically always doing something music related. This tour is going good. It's very hot today. It's like 100.
Oh
So
no,
summer is here. Um, but yeah, I'm good.
that's cool. What state are you in? I mean, it's obviously not a cool state, but
Yeah, I'm in Texas right now. I'm in Dallas.
oh, okay. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
hot state.
Yes, it is. Always.
So I definitely want to go over this album. I listened to it quite a few times and I was waiting for a song that I didn't like as much and I couldn't find one. The whole album was just fantastic.
Wow. Thank you. I
So,
I really appreciate that.
so I'm definitely adding that to my Spotify list when it comes out for everyone else, but I loved it. So I just wanted to start with that.
Thank you.
And I want to talk about the song that just released, the music video, the one that's Home to Nowhere. That song is really raw and really, really deep. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, it's a very emotional song, of course. And I think we met that pretty well with the video. Um,
Hmm.
so like the story for the video, met the more direct approach for the lyrics. I think for most of the songs, there's kind of a double meaning for each track. Uh,
Hmm.
so so for that one, I decided to go with one direction rather than the other, which the other side is basically like not feeling like you belong anywhere, and like just why
Hmm.
the album's called "Home to Nowhere" is nowhere to call home. So, but rather focusing on that part of it, since I feel like most of the album kind of does that in its own way. We did the more like lost part for that track.
Well, what was like going through your mind during that process?
For which part of it?
Just like the lyrics, I guess it's not just the lyrics though, like it's just the whole song, like you can feel that emotion. It's like way deeper than lyrics.
That was kind of the idea. Is I wanted to write something that kind of translated how I felt. So
Hmm.
it's very difficult to transpose feeling into music and then have that come off the same way that it was intended.
Hmm.
Uh, so I don't know. I was kind of like dealing with some things, depression, and just life things in general. And I kind of always just felt like I don't belong anywhere. So at the time, that was weighing really heavy on me. So that's where the name for the album came from, and a big part of all the songs.
Well, I think a lot of people can definitely relate to that. And I think that's like something really special because it's a way to connect with other people as well.
Yeah.
And I know you mentioned in the bio that you had to like fully feel the emotion to express it. Was that hard to do?
It was very hard to do, especially for I can't remember which song it was exactly, but there was one song that was lingering on lyrics because I was starting to feel better. I was over like I was
Hmm.
starting to be happy again and didn't want to put myself back in that position, and I had to be able to articulate the music correctly. So that was difficult, and I had to be careful with it so I didn't get stuck back in that place.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to get stuck there.
Yes.
So when you're in that mood and you're kind of like writing like the dark stuff, do you think of it as more like a therapeutic type of deal that like maybe that's why you started feeling better or just like a way to, I guess, expel those emotions?
Yeah, I had somebody a couple years back tell me that I hold on to things too much and I need somewhere to put those things.
Hmm.
So kind of what happened, what Old Moon turned into. So,
Gotcha. I feel like that statement can relate to, like so many people can relate to that. Like
yeah, yeah. I hope they all feel better at some point because I know how draining that is.
so not to go too deep, but what does home represent to you in this song?
A person.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like we definitely all can relate to that one.
Yes.
And just so the listeners can kind of get a feeling of it, what will they experience when they listen to this album for the first time?
Um, I think it depends on how they listen to it. If they're just listening to it for music or they're listening to it to feel something, I think it's going to be two different reactions.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like it of course has like the super heavy like headbanging parts, but like in a doomy way.
Yeah.
Um, but it also meets like the emotional side where like if you sit there and read the lyrics, it's like try not to cry, and if you do, I'm so sorry.
Hey, sometimes crying is good. It makes you feel better sometimes.
Yeah, it's healthy.
So would you say that this is like a really personal album to you?
Very, yeah.
Do you think you'll look back at it and see it as like something like, okay, that's the place I was in? Or do you think like maybe like the next album will be like a little bit more upbeat? Or how do you think this will fit into the band?
Um, I'm trying to answer that without giving away too much.
We
There
like
are
know
new
a
songs.
lot, so it's okay.
Yeah, there are. I, I've already started writing some new stuff. So it's. Uh, I think it's still hitting the same way. It still has the personal feel, but I'm able to separate the emotions
hmm
better about it. So I don't get stuck in them now.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
So to kind of go back into the deepness of this album, is there like a line or like a lyric from like the album that hits you hard really personally? Like you hear it and you just feel it really deep.
Yeah, it's actually in the title track for Home to Nowhere. It's meet me one more time, let me say goodbye.
That's really sad.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple here and there, but of course I'm going to do that thing where I try to think of something and my mind is just blank about it now.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that one for sure.
Is there any other tracks that kind of like hit you hard or any lyrics, or is it just like that one that pops out like really hard for you?
Each track has their own thing. Kind of puts me into a space, and like I don't know, I listen to the album a lot still. Like
hmm
even just like before rehearsals or while I'm driving or something.
Yeah.
And uh, depending on my mood, I can still go back to and like feel exactly how I felt while I was writing it, and like look back and like more reflect on it. Um,
hmm
so it's like as sad as like those things are, it's nice to go back and visit them from a different perspective.
Yeah, for sure. And I think time also helps too.
Yeah, of
So
course.
that's always good.
Yeah.
So because it's such an emotional album, what came first for you? Was it like the emotions, like a riff, feelings? Like how did this all start?
Um, I wanted to do uh the idea for Old Moon came to me, I think like right after COVID, like maybe 2022.
hmm
Um, of course that was a hard time for everybody. So like you take all these heavy emotions and put them on top of the world being in chaos and shut down and everything. And I don't know, I just needed things. So I started with the music. It took me a while to find the sound that I really wanted because, like, again, the trying to turn emotions into music thing.
hmm
Um, I kind of had to learn to do that in the way that I wanted it. So there were probably 14 other songs before the album and the EP that just they're just gone. They'll never be used. Um, just because it was more of a learning experience. So after that, now I kind of have a system. It always starts with the guitars and the drums. I just program drums as I write, and then
Mhm.
lyrics always come last, and the choir and orchestra stuff that comes in between the music and the lyrics. So
Oh, wow.
yeah,
Is it
there's a
difficult to try to get all that together in a song?
no, not really. Well, sometimes. I
Yeah.
write very quickly, and I have this thing where if I don't finish the song in one sitting, like for like guitar and drums, I'll
Mm-hmm.
never come back to it. Like it's just going to be gone forever and sit there
Wow.
unfinished. So,
So it's like you
um,
either come together or you're gone forever.
yeah, exactly. So like I kind of discipline myself at those moments when I'm like, okay, I'm starting to get burned out, and
Yeah.
take like a 5 minute break, come back, and then make sure everything at least gets done sloppily, and then I'll come back to it and fix it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess at the end of the day, you just have to find something that works for you, like the process that works. So
Yeah, it helps knowing your bad habits. So
very true. So I know that we talked about like a lyric in the album that was really personal to you. Is that also the song that you would say is like the most personal on the album?
I think so. Yeah, it's either that one or Distance.
And I have to ask, is it your favorite song or do you hate it because it's so personal?
I love that song. I think I did such a great job. Like, not to toot my own horn or anything. I'm not an egotistical person, but like
Yeah.
I did good on that song. So,
Yeah, I honestly really like I said, the whole album. I was just waiting for a song. I'm like, okay, that song was good. That song was good. And I'm like, by the last song, I'm like, okay, this is the song. And nope, I didn't find any on the album that I didn't like. So
wow, that feels really good to hear. Thank you.
yeah, like I said, it was just a really raw, emotional album, and I really enjoyed it.
Thank you so much.
So I know you talked about like the different elements that like make up the album, but did you try like anything new with this album? Like maybe like doing something that hasn't been done before?
I don't know if I tried anything that hasn't been done before. I definitely did. This whole album is completely out of my element for my natural writing style. Um, like with my previous bands, it was always like melodic death metal,
Hmm.
pretty much just all the way through. For this, I made it a point to slow down a little bit and like kind of incorporate like a little bit more like not traditional black metal, but like kind of a post like void gaze black metal sound, like Gabriel or um, Hurricane for the Sky or something. So like I wanted to kind of mix that with like melodic death in a way, and I think it
Hmm.
for me it's out of my element.
Did that make it harder to do, or was it like hard to start and then once you got into it, you're like, okay, we're good?
I had to figure it out. It just took me probably a year to figure out how I wanted to do it. Um,
Hmm.
After that, everything's started to come together more naturally.
So, because you did go out of your comfort zone for this album, do you think that helped like make you a better artist, or has it changed you as a person?
Um, I don't know. I don't think it's changed me at all. I think it's helped me like look at writing in a different way.
Hmm.
Uh, Other than that, I haven't really thought about it.
Well, that's a good thing, I guess, because you're not like dwelling on it. So that means, it's good. Are you excited that it's going to be released soon? For anyone who doesn't know, it does come out on the 8th. So,
I'm very excited. I'm also nervous about it because it's like again a very very personal album. So like there's some vulnerability with that for me. It's like oh somebody look at this crybaby black metal band, and, which is fine. Like I can handle the criticism and the opinions and the bad reviews and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but it's also like showing the world a very, very big part, you know.
Was it really hard to like, I guess, open up and be completely just vulnerable within the album, knowing that so many people are going to listen to it and kind of like get a peek into you as a person?
Yeah, it was kind of the deciding factor that I was going to release it when I started the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so when I started the lyrics, I sat down. I'm like, okay, let's get started on this, and then had the thought of I'm going to write something, and it's either going to mean nothing or it's going to mean everything. And I just decided to go with the everything option. So I made that choice a long time ago, and I'm still nervous about it. So
Well, I think it's great. I don't think you have anything to be nervous about. I loved it.
thank you.
But with that being said, I know you said like there's excitement, but there's also nervousness. How do you kind of combat those feelings and I guess just enjoy the ride?
There's nothing I can do about it but enjoy the ride. So I try not to think about it. So far, the feedback for like the singles has been great,
Hmm.
especially with the most recent one. So I think I know everything's going to be okay. And I mean, if it's not, like it's not going to stop me from anything. I'm still going to write.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you like the person who goes and looks at reviews, or do you just say like, okay, I release it, that's it, I'm moving on?
Um, I go back and look at the reviews. Um, I don't know if the other guys do or not, but
Yeah.
I mean, only the guitarist and one of the guitarists and the drummer are the only other people on this album.
Hmm.
So, and the bassist and the other guitarist, they're like, we weren't on it. We don't care.
Oh,
I mean, like they care of course, but maybe not to the extent that like I do when I'm looking at it. Because yeah, I want to see what people have to say about it.
yeah. Yeah, it's always good to get feedback. Do you think like when you see that, are you going to incorporate like if someone says like, "Oh, I wish there was more of this or more of that," would you incorporate that into a future album or would you just say, "Oh, okay, but you're still going to do it like your own thing?"
It's possible. It really just depends if I like it or not.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like I won't do something I don't like. Yeah, which yeah, I don't, I don't have to with music. So
Yeah, well, make sure anyone who leaves feedback, make sure it's good feedback.
I'll
And
still post the bad reviews.
some of them can be really fun and
Yeah,
funny to read.
yeah, definitely.
So I know you said that you have started writing for the next album, but what's going to happen, I guess, after the release? Is there any plans for the band?
Yeah, we have our album release show in Portland, Oregon on May 11th. And then in June, the band is going to Finland for three shows. One in Tampere, Lohja, and Helsinki.
Hmm.
Uh, and then July, we're working on a couple more summer shows for the States or North America in general. Um, those are still kind of up in the air right now. Aside from that, we're also looking at getting plans going for next summer. Probably going to at least Finland again. So hopefully a couple other countries along the way for that one.
Any shows planned for like North America, South America, anywhere in the Americas?
Just the show in Portland, Oregon at the moment
Hmm.
for the album release. Uh, July, so bad. I'm sorry. July 24th, we're headlining the first day for Washington Death Fest also.
That's exciting.
Yeah. So, there might be a couple more shows in the like Pacific Northwest area.
Hmm. So would that be the first time that you play any of these songs live?
No, we played live a couple times. Nothing major. We did a small tour last year, just kind of like a small West Coast thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's about it. We did a show. I think we've done one or two shows this year already.
And I guess, how do you feel when you do like a live song for the first time ever in front of an audience?
I try to read the response from the
Hmm.
crowd. Um, if I see that people are like, I'll get nervous. But I mean, like if they're into it, like my energy kind of feeds off the crowd. So it's like I'm up there and I'm supposed to be the crowd control person. It's a
Yeah.
completely opposite of like I'm completely based off the crowd's reaction to the music. So
So if you're a good crowd, good show. If it's a bad crowd, bad show. You guys choose your show.
I, I wouldn't say bad show. We haven't had any bad shows. Things have been good so far. So
That's always a plus, right?
yeah.
And what do you hope that fans take away or anyone take away when they listen to the album?
If they find something that they just enjoy, that's amazing. If they find something that they can connect with, um, that's even better. That's either way, it's special to me that somebody found something with my music. Like
Mhm.
that's huge. You know,
Do you think that they should just listen to the music, or do you think it's more meaningful if they read the lyrics while listening to the album itself?
um, to each their own. So, I mean, music's there to be enjoyed. Music's also there to be analyzed. So
Hmm.
whatever the listener chooses to do with it is okay with me.
So you choose how deep you want to go into this album. You choose your
Pretty
own.
much, yeah.
So just a little fun question here. If Old Moon had a warning label, what would it say?
Might cry.
Honestly, sometimes we need that. Like sometimes you need that deep emotional, like angry,
Yeah,
sad stuff. So
I told my mom not to watch the newest video, and she immediately texted me as soon as it's out. She's like, "I watched your video. I cried. I'm so sorry. I want to hug you." I'm like, "I told you not to." So, but
did she
yeah.
like that album?
Sorry.
Did she like the album?
She hasn't heard the full album yet.
Oh wow. So
Yeah,
she just watched the video.
yeah, I've been holding it away from her because I'm like, I don't want to make my mom sad.
Yeah. But I think
Yeah,
that's what moms do. Like they're always gonna be there and
yeah,
well, I guess I just have to put a warning. If anyone wants to watch the video, the cool thing is it is out now, but you might cry. So if you're in one of those states, like go ahead and watch it. I like
absolutely,
the video.
absolutely.
So I do have one last question here for you. Is there any message that you would like to give to anyone who's seen you live before, anyone who wants to see you on the road, anyone interested in listening to the album, or just like anything in general? The virtual floor is yours.
Just for all the support and reactions we've gotten for like the last video and the other two singles, like that's been huge. Um, Gotten a few messages that have like really touched my heart, and seeing having people reach out to me that way is a lot. It feels really good. So thank you everybody that's done that. Future listeners, I hope you enjoy. Um, we're going to try to play more shows and hopefully come to a city near you. So,
Well, awesome. And to anyone who is watching the interview, it is being released through M Theory on the 8th of May. So you guys don't get to listen to it right away, which is really sad because it's really good. But it's okay. I'll put all the links below so you can pre-order it. You can watch the video to hold you over in the meantime. And the album is called Home to Nowhere.